Hey everybody, it's me, Greg. I had a few people asking questions about how to move one rig from one location to the other, and I had to do a little research to figure out the best way of doing this. But let's go ahead and sort of show you what I've came up with. So if I open, let's say I open this animation I have here with this rhino, right? And I want somebody else to be able to use this. So right now it's got a lot of extra stuff. I don't have to have everything, but I just want to give them this rig, which currently has a little bit of animation on it right through there. But I could probably, I could hide that if I wanted to. So just get a little bit of animation on that, and we could trim that out if we wanted to. So you'll notice something over here in our library. I know the library has been this big thing that takes up all this room that we haven't really used very much. Well, your library is pointing to a couple things. We can import some 3D models that way. We can have some symbols, which are kind of like these embedded types of animation. But then we also have Harmony Premium Library, and you'll notice it has a little lock on it, and you don't really seem to be able to do much with it. I have something in mind, but yours is most likely empty. Well, this is referring to a folder in your documents called the Toon Boom Harmony Premium Library. And you'll see I have one little project I was tinkering around with in there. And it's a TPL, or a template. If you open that up, you'll realize it's just a full Harmony project. And there's also a thing in here that says lock. So don't worry about that too much, but that lock is why this is locked. So it's got a little padlock on there. If I right click on it, I can change this to have the right to modify it. And so now I can add or delete things out of this. But what I want to add is this rig. So you have to minimize this all the way up to the top to where everything is just under one node. But then I can drag that node and drop it in here. And when I do, it will give me the option to rename this. I'll call it Rhino. No, or I won't. I don't know. Rename. Try it again. And so what you'll notice is that if I go to that folder now, I now have a new folder in here called Rhino. There it is with all the elements in it. I can give someone else this folder and they can put it in their library or anywhere else, and then they can go in here and open a library and go find that template and bring it in. Right? So what that means now is once you have this in your library, so if you put that library in your own Toon Boom Harmony Premium Library folder, then when you have a new file open, you can then drag and drop that character into that scene. So I can now go to my library, drag and drop that character in here. Now it kind of messes up some of my sorting order there. I'm not necessarily sure why it's doing that, but it's something I can always go in here and fix in my node library. I'm not sure why that's shifting the order. And I also may need to modify to be able to edit these things. There we go. So that arm, that's just a node view issue where I just need to go back to my node view and make sure that the arm is, this looks like character's right arm needs to be behind the torso. I'm sorry, no it doesn't. It's the character's left arm. There, so it's this node right here. Let's go follow that in there. So, it looks like I got some of my sorting order out of place, but anyway, I can go through there and fight with that. But that allows me to move stuff around within my library and trade these characters pretty easily. The cool thing, if Harmony wasn't locked up on me, which it apparently is I could also, really? Okay, there we go. Somehow that locked up on me for a second. The other thing is I can continue to drag more of these rhinos in here if I wanted to. And so I dragged the second one in there. You'll see that now there's 2 of them. And so I can have more than one in the scene at a time. So there's a lot of different things that you could do with this if you wanted to utilize more than one character. You want a larger version of the character and a smaller version, right? So this is just a nice little tool to be able to drag new characters into your scene. So you can save all of the characters from your library or for your film that you're needing in your library and then swap them out. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.